The D, man.
Yeah, shout out my nigga from D's Media, you feel me?
Yo, it's your boy D's Media back again with another video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel on the road to 100K. Today we're going to talk about Tay Savage speak on getting a month in jail at 16 years old for popping somebody. Let's jump straight.
I got arrested a little after that, probably like 16. I got arrested for somebody. I was juvenile. Then
What was that situation over?
I don't know. I didn't know he got and I got out. I went to jail for maybe a month.
A month for
yeah, I was a juvenile, but I don't think he pressed charges and
Okay.
I think he went to the hospital and left.
Okay.
And then they just let me out, reinstated my probation. Then I was on probation for the robbery.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, we all know Tay Savage resume in the streets of Chicago is well long and respected. Whether if you are opposition or not, you got to respect that man's story. You know, the one thing I mess with Tay Savage for is because whatever he do in the streets, I can't speak for. I ain't in the streets with him. I ain't rocking with him every day in the streets, but the type of resume that dude have, and he never comes off as being overly tough or overly gangster, I respect that, bro. The man always come off humbly, respectful, you know, don't over talk people, you know, always get his point across without getting to that level. But I'm pretty sure if you push that man to that point, he'll go back to the old Tay Savage and no quit and no hesitation. A lot of street dudes don't know how to turn that switch off and on. And that's why a lot of people gonna be stuck and staying in the streets. You gotta learn when to turn that street stuff off and turn it back on. And I feel like Tay do a good job of turning the street stuff off and turning it back on. He know that he can't be on the internet talking about street stuff. He know that the police is watching him. He know that he's a target in Chicago from ops and all of that. So that man, I feel like with Tay, bro, it's like Tay still with his stuff, but I feel like Tay is trying his hardest, man, to show the younger generation, like, look, bro, you can be that way, but don't always put it out there like that. And I respect Tay for that because that's what I feel like he trying to show the BDs. Look, we can still be on that type of timing. We can still get wild, but we don't have to always present ourselves in that type of light. We don't always have to scare people off. We don't always have to rob people. We don't always have to do this and do that. Because believe it or not, they changing the narrative. Tay Savage is changing the narrative. Yeah, he's still beefing in the streets with ops. You think people that slow to think that he just completely done gangbanging? No. But when he on interviews and when he on this and on that, he's not going to let you know he's beefing with such and such and such and such. He leaves it in the streets, and I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we know what he's getting into, but he's not going to come on there and talk about it or glorify it. Or he's not about to give you too many hints and clues on what's going on. I can respect that. Keep it in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Keep it in the streets. If a lot of dudes would be a little bit more smarter and keep stuff off the internet and keep stuff in the street, a lot of artists and a lot of rappers, when they got locked up in 2024 and in 2025 to come. And that's just real. But I respect Tay Savage, bro, because he trying his hardest to change the narrative of how you look at him and how you look at these Chicago young black men. Yeah, we get like that. But we can conduct ourselves in a different type of way when we on these interviews, these platforms, all of this. But yeah, if I see my op, it's more than likely going to go up. But that don't mean I got to come on your platform and be belligerent and then, oh, this Young Money and this about this and this. Tay don't do that. But you know he with it in the streets, but he don't get on those platforms to do it. That's because he trying to change the narrative, how people look at him and his game. Whether they pushing peace or not sincerely, at least on the internet, that's what he pushing off. So you got to give him his props. I just feel like you got to give bro his props because dude could get on these interviews and say a lot of reckless, disrespectful stuff, but he choose not to because at the end of the day, person get on the internet running their mouth, that don't scare nobody. People don't get scared because you go on the internet and run your mouth. You know, and that's just me personally. But I respect Tay, man, for keeping a lot of things in the streets and trying to change people, how they look at Chicago people for being gangsters and having so many hats. Dude to hop on there to have a respectful conversation with you. And whole time, dude got all this work on him in the street, all of this resume in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that. But But I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all so much. Peace, positivity, network growth. Let's save these kids. It ain't never too late. I love y'all.
The D, man.
Yeah, shout out my nigga from D's Media, you feel me?